Dave Barnett. This is going to be chapter 1 of a series of videos about a business opportunity that I basically uncovered and have been exploring. And I'm keeping all of these locked up on YouTube in a private, marked as private until until things have progressed enough that I can start releasing them. It is March 31st, 2015 right now, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a background. When I was in Las Vegas let me go back before then. We used to have an indoor amusement park here in Moncton called Crystal Palace. And they had a roller coaster and a bunch of fun rides and mini golf and laser tag and all kinds of things. And they would do a huge birthday party business. And in September of 2014, they closed down because Bass Pro Shops was coming to town and needed a huge location for their facility. And Crystal Palace had been here for 25 years, I believe. And I mean, I grew up with it, and my kids certainly enjoyed it. But I don't think it was doing the numbers that it always used to. And so the decision was made by whoever owned the building that it was better to lease it or sell it to Bass Pro Shops than it would be to continue operating. And that's what they did. So I've heard parents in the city lament that there's nothing to do on a stormy day. There's nothing to do on a wintry day. And the choices for birthday party options have become more limited. When I went to Las Vegas back in November, I just happened to stumble across indoor glow-in-the-dark mini golf. And there's one in Las Vegas that has a Kiss theme, the Kiss the band. And I went to it and visited it, and then found out that there were a few other places in Las Vegas that did this. It got me interested. I started to do research, and I found that these things exist all over the place. There's even a franchise network that does these mini golf glow-in-the-dark places. So after Christmas, I started talking with a partner of mine who's done a lot of note deals with me and who I'm in a mastermind group with. And I started suggesting that this could be a good opportunity. I wasn't sure that it was something I wanted to do on my own, and so I said, let's take a look at this together. We discovered that there's a glow-in-the-dark indoor mini golf in Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is about a 3-hour drive from here. So we drove down on a Saturday morning. We drove down, we visited the place, peeked over the counter and saw that they had, 10 birthday parties that day. And on the drive back to Moncton, started throwing together rough numbers as to what this kind of business might be able to do and what it would look like. I started to think about how the capital structure would be put together. We did research on where we could get this thing built because, we're certainly not experts on how to build these things, and ultimately settled upon a supplier that operates out of both Edmonton, Alberta and Orlando, Florida, who builds these things and, professional parade floats and that type of thing. So we started talking with them to get some idea about what it would cost to build one of these things, and then we set about trying to find the right location. And I'm going to show you the raw footage of the location that we did manage to find. It's hard to find 5,000 to 7,000 square feet that is not in an industrial park. But we also can't be in a main commercial node because we can't afford to pay $32 or $36 a square foot on a lease for this kind of business. So eventually we did find a place. I'm going to show you the footage right after this. But I'm meeting today, March 31st, 2015, with the landlord. We didn't want the whole building. She has another potential tenant that wants part of the building as well. And she's going to do a presentation to me today to show how she proposes to divide the space between the two of us to see if it's going to work for us. So my intention is to keep these videos sort of marked private until we get further along. And then I'll share them with you one after the other so you can see the progress in this whole project. And hopefully it'll work out, but even if it fails, I intend to show you how things go. Anyway, thank you, and just keep watching, and I'll show you footage of this space as it was presented to me about a week and a half ago. Cheers. Talk to you. See you soon. There's the stairs coming up from the front vestibule area. This is the partial demising wall in the middle of the warehouse space. I am looking eastward into the big warehouse space, and the walls are insulated with a plastic that has a batten insulation behind it. There's a big loading door there. You see the pillars. This room is not square. That wall comes in at an angle, so the opposite end of the room is shorter than this end of the room. Door there, loading door over there. There's an office that's in there now, and then the rest of this warehouse is rectangular with pillars. There's a room over here, some kind of office, and back there in the corner is a mechanical room with the hot water heater, and there currently are washrooms in that little cubby over there, and there's a staircase in here that goes down to the front offices. The main entrance from the parking, and there's the stairs that go up to the warehouse space, and there's a partial dividing wall here, and then more showroom space over here, an old entry into another part of the building, and 2 rooms here that are outfitted like offices. This one has a staircase in the corner that goes up to the warehouse.